Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 388, problem 1, no calculator. Sarah typed 2/5 of a book, Jaime typed 3/7, and Rosie the rest. What is the ratio of number of pages Sarah typed to the number of pages Jaime typed to the number of pages Rosie typed? And I'm not going to put the answers on the board. There's just a lot to write, so I'll describe them. A, 14, ... which is a colon. That means it's a ratio relationship. 14 to 15 to 6. It says 14 colon 15 colon 6. B, 15 to 14 to 6. C, 14 to 12 to 6. And D is 14 to 5 to 16. If you miss that, don't worry. It probably won't matter. I'll show you why. What we need to do in this problem is understand that the number of pages in the book is a multiple of some smaller number of pages. And that smaller number of pages could be distributed among these three people as having typed those pages without a remainder. It would be a nice even division. And that at the simplest description of those proportional relationships, you would have one of these answers. Some multiple of 14 pages to 15 pages to 6 pages, or multiple of 15, etc. Okay. If I've confused you already, okay, it's okay. Back up and try it again. If I have not confused you, great. We'll move on. Okay. If something is confusing to somebody, it doesn't mean they're going to do badly on the test. If it is not confusing to somebody, that is no guarantee that they will do well on the test either. So please, everyone, treat this problem as an important problem. It is important. Okay. So we have Sarah typed 2/5 of the book. Total number of pages unknown, but that's the proportion of the book that Sarah typed. Yeah. Jaime types 3 out of every 7 pages, 3/7 of the book. And I'm not going to continue to use R as a variable, but just for the moment, for classroom purposes, not for test purposes, I'm going to show an R here, so that you can see that's Rosie. Okay. Rosie is the rest. R is Rosie, O is the rest. And these things have to add up to 1. Whatever they are, they have to add up to 1. Okay, that's one book. Okay, really? Yeah. Okay. So what we need is a common denominator between them. And this one over here, we're gonna deal with that when we see the rest of this over here. After the fact, this will probably make more sense to you if it doesn't already. Because these are prime numbers here, I'm just going to say that it's 35. So this is going to become 14 over 35. Put a 3 there. Okay. This is going to become 15 over 35. Okay. Now, to some degree of confidence, you may be done with this problem for the test. If you only want 95% on the test, you're done. Why? Because if you look at the answers, 14, 15, I think that's 95% confidence at that point. You should just mark it and move on. If you are a stickler, if you need to go a little bit further, fine, we'll do that. But it's not, in this case, it's not going to make any difference. Okay. What has to be left in order to produce this 1 is something over 35. By Rosie. Something over 35. What's it going to be? Well, this adds up to 29, so that has to be a 6. We don't need to be concerned with the 1 at this point. All we know is that adds up to 1, so I'll just take it off. It's too confusing. At this point, you've noticed they've all got the same denominator, so their proportional relationship is established. The 35 doesn't really tell you anything, so I'm just going to put dot, 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 and I'm going to erase those. Now be careful. Even if you thought you were done before, when I suggested that you might be done before, you can't see those. It is important to double check and make sure that the names of the people and the numbers are in the correct order according to the description given to you. Would they really throw that little twist to you? Put that little twist on you during the real test? Yes, they would. They might change the order of something just to throw you off. Is that fair? I don't know. Probably not. But if the test isn't fair, there's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is make sure that you get every point that you can get on the test. Okay, answer is 14 to 15 to 6.